New sliders are on. This is so cool. I'm really excited. And they're one of a kind, which is the best part. So we're gonna have to get a little bit of practice out on the trail, see how they feels. But with the way that they look right now, I am very, very happy with them. Hey, what's going on, my dudes? James here, living life from dusk till dawn, and we have another video today installing stuff on Sasha, my 2017 Tacoma TRD Pro. So this morning I actually got a pretty wicked deal on some parts from a dude off Facebook Marketplace. Long story short, he had a Tacoma, he built it out, it was cool, he wrecked it ish, and anyways, he's selling all the things. I got the benefit of getting these things from him for super cheap. So I got a pile of garbage here. My garage needs cleaned. I need more space. It's fine. But specifically, we are looking at these right here, 1 and 2. Those are rock sliders, which is awesome. So we're gonna get them installed today. I don't think it's gonna be too hard. It has bolts on them already, and they're not rusted or anything. They actually look really good. So it should be as easy as unbolt the current step rails off the side of Sasha and then bolt on the rock sliders. Although they are really heavy. So I might have to use like an off-road jack or something. I do have my jack stands though, so I could like hold it up with a jack stand, and that way I can support one side while the other side is being supported by me and a wrench. I don't know, we'll figure it out. These rock sliders are kind of a no-name slider. They were built by somebody that this guy knew, built and designed by them. So this is an unbranded rock slider that was built by some dude that liked to weld things. And honestly, they look really good. There's a couple of rust spots on it. I don't know if it's powder coat per se, or if it's just like one of those textured spray paints that they use to cover it. But either way, I'll give it a quick touch up with some matte black, and then we're gonna call it a day. It's not like it's not gonna get destroyed anyways out on the trails, so it's gonna be a good time. Sweet. Let's go ahead and get the old step rails pulled off, and we'll get the new ones put into place. So it'll be out with the old and in with the new. I just threw a little bit of paint on a couple of little rust spots. So let's go ahead and get under the truck and see what we are working with. So here we are up underneath the truck, and we're gonna take a look-sees here. So, oh God, turn you around here. You can see, is that level? Yeah. You can see the step rail here on the passenger side. This is the original mounting point, and you can tell I done messed it up pretty good. So all of these mounts are bent, all 3 of them. So I think that's a 12mm bolt. I'll double check. Now, one thing that I'm going to do, I don't know if you have to do it really, but I'm doing it anyways. I am putting the existing bolts back in because we're not going to be using these bolt holes. And basically, I don't want to have water and stuff going up in there. I don't know if that opens up to anything inside of the body of the car, but at the very least, hopefully it'll keep some rust from forming around those the threads for those bolts. So I'm going to put all 6 back in, just to give a little extra sealant from anything from getting inside of there. On this side of the truck, you've got this random case here. I don't actually, you can't even see that. There we go. I don't actually know what this is for, right? But it's just a little case. So you've got two, what is it? 10 millimeter, woo, tiny little 10 millimeter bolts that are holding the case on. There's one up here at the top and one right here. And then these two are 12 millimeter bolts. You undo those. And then you also have to undo this one. This is the 14. And this is connecting the center cross member. And that's torqued down really freaking good. So you probably need to get a magic wand breaker bar on there. The other problem that I have is I don't have holes up here. Maybe other versions of the Tacoma has holes, but I do not. So real quick, my dudes, obviously it's a different day, different shirt, and a haircut, but I mentioned that there was a couple of bolts that I thought I was gonna have to drill out holes on the frame. Turns out I'm just an idiot, and those holes are already there, but they're just covered. So front of the truck, passenger side wheel, right, this bolt hole and then the one on the other side have caps that are covering their little holes on the frame. Why? I don't know. Probably just to keep mud and stuff from going in. There is a little cap right here, a little plastic cover, whatever you want to call that. And that is a 12 millimeter bolt. Undo that, pull that cap out. That gives you access to the inside of the frame here. And then this cap looks like this. So it's this little pinch clamp, so you can get your fingers in, reach your arm down that C-channel, and then pinch there and just kind of push it out. And then this one is just a sticker. So I used my fingers on the other end to just push on it until it came undone. And then you can peel it off the rest of the way. And then the channel was wide enough for me to get my arm and a full ratchet in there. And remember, that is a 14 millimeter for those bolts. Yeah, wasn't too bad. Driver's side is done. Ish. There it is, all in place. There was a couple of bolts in here you had to take out. There's a 12 mil here, a 12 mil here, and a 12 mil here, and then there is your transfer case, right? This is holding some sort of a box on the other side of the frame, and then this is obviously for this wiring harness, which I also just snapped off or pulled the tape off of this little collecting or connecting spot there. New sliders are on. This is so cool. I'm really excited, and they're one of a kind, which is the best part. So we're gonna have to get a little bit of practice out on the trail, see how they feels. But with the way that they look right now, I am very, very happy with them. Unfortunately, I can't drop a link to these down below because they don't exist. It's a one of a kind, built by one of the locals. So with that, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, come back and see me again next week because we are going to be installing that right there. Sneak peek. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but if you can guess, drop it down in the comments and let me know what you think it is, because I'm excited and I hope you are too. So last thing, there's probably a torque value for those. Honestly, I didn't bother going to Google to torque them down at all. I just made them as tight as I could possibly do it with my arms. It was 6 M10 bolts that were holding the other sliders on, and you saw how those did compared to the 4, like, I don't know, M12s. So plenty strong, not worried about it. Anyways, not gonna bother torquing it. With that, I'll see you next time. Don't forget to live from dusk till dawn, my dudes.